All right, what's going on? It's your boy Lex, and we are back with part two of our cheese journey, finding out the best cheese possible and what is cheese without Vale Hail. So this is actually an edit of a team. I decided to add this Deoxys set, which I think could either be really shiced or really trash. Basically, you sub up on King Gambit, don't even need to risk the Terra, and you can have Terra Psych it to blow up things like Goldango in the first place. So I think it could be really cool under Vale, but it could also be extremely trash, and we are giga sabotaging ourselves. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the first game and see what's up with this Vale. All right, in our first game, we got Fusion. Unfortunately, he has Cinderace and low kicks into our Hail Veil, but that won't stop us. We're still gonna try our best. It's looking tough though. I can't lie. It's looking pretty tough. Cinderace is a pretty free lead into us. I'm kind of down to lead Deoxys just rip a Psycho Boost instantly. Is that insane? It might be. Yeah, that might be way too insane. I think Iron Moth is also a fine lead, although he does have Aloe for that. We can Energy Ball it though. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. Zama actually looks pretty decent if it clicks right. We can just go click, 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 go crazy. So Zama's actually not a bad lead either. Yeah, I actually don't mind Zama as a lead, so we're gonna go for that. See how that goes. Okay, Kicks is the first lead. We're just gonna crunch turn one, expecting Slowking to come in as a pivot. Yep, Slowking in. That does only 47%. That's nothing, by the way, but we'll keep it low. Or this Aloe. Crunch into close combat's gonna do a lot here, but they make the nice play pivoting to Slowking there, so neutralizes us a little bit. I'm just gonna crunch again though, because I don't really care about this taking any damage. And yeah, I'll just go for CC. Like, I truly don't care. Zama's just getting off some damage. I don't need it to do anything else. Although it is obviously not a lot of damage though. Alright, here we're gonna go Ninetales. I don't expect knock again. Yeah, Rapid Spin makes sense. We're gonna go for the Veil. He knocks our Veil off, so it's gonna be a very short-lived one, but that's okay. And now we can just go Hat and start cooking, I think. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. It's gonna be really hard for him to stop Hatterene. And yeah, he might just try to take our Veil away, but we can go for a Nuzzle here, actually. Okay, this Nuzzle is a big deal now. And I don't actually mind going for a Calm Mind here, because we're kind of eating that up. We can go for a Draining Kiss, stall at the Veil, and then heal up enough, hopefully, in order to Psyshock this. Yep, and now we're keeping Cinderace very low, which is great. Cinderace low means Iron Moth is probably going to go pretty stupid. And also our Deoxys looks pretty nasty too. Can't lie. Okay, he goes for the U-turn. What does he bring in now? Okay, it's Slowking. That makes me want to go Ninetales and set up our Veil. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, goes for the Sludge Bomb, and now we're just going to hard switch to Gliscor. I think that's fine. He doesn't really have many stops for it, besides Ice Beam on this, of course. But honestly, I'm kind of down to hard Iron Moth now. I feel like Iron Moth is such a giga threat. He's just going to go for a Chili, so we're going to try to boost up, which we do get. And now we're just going to E-Ball this Aloe. Keep it really low, maybe. Goes for the Mirror Coat, which knocks us out. That's fine. This is really tough. But we're just gonna Deoxys and substitute. I think Deoxys and sub makes sense to me. Yeah, I think sub makes sense to me. Because it should, yeah, the sub should live the flip turn, which is what I was thinking about. And then we're gonna try to nasty plot. They go kicks here though. Oh, I'm just gonna nasty plot here. Over leech life. That's gotta be insane. We threw in an Oko with focus, so I'm gonna sub up again. Yeah. And now we're gonna go focus. Hopefully we connect so we don't lose our special attack raise. Now this thing might go kind of crazy, I can't lie. Yeah, we got destroyed earlier on in positioning, but now it's gonna be tough, but I think we have a chance. It's a very small chance. We can actually get a calc on the Slow King. I think it's max defensive if it was able to eat those crunches so easily. Yeah, definitely max defense. Can Aloe actually live this? Or +2 Psycho Boost versus presumably max Spadef Aloe with AV. Do I even care about using my Terra here? Low-key, I don't. But it's also just a roll. Like, if we just get the roll, we might be fine. Okay, they Aqua Jet and they don't break our sub. Wow. Alright. And we actually did less, so he's like max Spadef, max Spadef. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and take our kill, though. Expecting him not to go for another Aqua Jet. Now we have a -2 special attack Deoxys, so it's really gonna do no damage here. It's gonna be an interesting endgame. I don't know if we can position Gliscor to win this though. I'm gonna assume not. Alright, we're actually gonna nasty plot here. They go for Stellar Blast, which I don't think should knock us out. Yeah, because of our bulk, we should be able to eat that. And then Psycho Boost Modest should knock out Enamorus. Oh, it's really close, but it's not good enough. Damn. Okay, okay. We couldn't even Terra though either. So I think that's just game. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. We're getting swept by Enamorus in reverse. That sucks. But it's over. Yeah, I think running into Court Change Cinderace with low kicks is probably the worst possible matchup we could have gotten. And we did get at the end, so that really sucks. But that's fine, it happens. We'll move on and try out the other cheeses. Alright, so I actually played another game before loading Trick Room up, but I lost it. And then I keep playing against people with nonsense teams like this and another guy. So at this point, 2 in a row, like I might as well have this on the recording. And we'll just try to win in a timely fashion. But his team, like I said, is pretty nonsense. And I don't like it. We're just going to heavy slam off rip. Nice. We eat that Moonblast with ease. Clef should get O-code or not. Okay, fine. We'll just hard Indeedee here. We'll keep the Iron Hands as they go for Moonblast. And then we're just going to click Expanding Force onto something. Okay, it turns out to be Cinderace, which does actually eat that pretty well. unfortunately. We're just gonna sack Ndidi. That's fine. Okay, Garg is in. I'm gonna bring in Hoopa. Is it Hoopa? Or is it Hat? Hat prevents rocks from going up and can get a Trick Room later. I think it is Hat. Okay, they go for Cure, which is fine. Expanding Force does a lot. Now we're gonna Trick Room. I don't know if this is Protect Guard. Okay, it is. Sure, that's great. Now we can just spam Expanding Force. This might actually just claim a bunch of consecutive kills unless they go Ogre Pawn. Which is probably their best bet, because this thing is gonna destroy everything else. Okay, but now we get to bring Hoopa in to do the exact same thing. We don't have a Healing Wish though, which is kind of sucks. So we're just gonna spam Expanding Force. We get another one. Should be a guaranteed kill on whatever he sends in. Actually, I guess, yeah, I guess he technically could go Garg. We'll Hyperspace on Protect. Okay, that was a bad play. We'll go for Focus now. I think we should be fine though. Yeah. Cinderace comes in, but I feel like hard Mimikyu is always a winning play here. Because it ejects something that we can just set up Trick Room on. Yeah, like this. Actually go for Surf here. We can just Curse, I think. Okay, great Tusk. That's nice. We can just go Hoopa now. Spam Expanding Force. Wait, going Great Tusk there might have just lost them the game. I'm actually really not sure why they did that. Okay, apparently Tusk ate that because it Terra'd. Are they Sucker Punch? They are. But it looks fine. Oh, wait. Huh. I guess we'll just sack this. The optimal play is to go hands, close combat, because we haven't Terra'd. Or no, it's just Supercell Slam, I'm pretty sure. In case they U-turn to Manaphy. Yeah. Because if we go Luna, I think we take too much damage. Oh no, I think we should have gone Luna. I think this might have been a misplay. But we have to connect this or it's over. Okay. Now we have to connect another one. I'm not sure if Ursa eats the +2, the +3 tail glow, but we're about to find out if Ursa the Beast can handle it. I think it can. 463 HP, that's a lot of HP. Oh god, they have sub. Okay, it's gonna be really close to Surf. But let's see at 88 if we live. Oh, we don't, dude. We lose so much with Cheese. I hate Cheese so much. Like, we're just taking L after L. But now we're going to try Terrain Cheese and see if that's any better. Okay, so we got our next game and it is versus Webs. It is some form of cheese on cheese action, which is unfortunate. We do have to just lead Rillaboom. I guess we can Swords Dance into hat. Like, I feel like Swords Dance U-turn into hat is not a bad play here. Okay, they go for lunge, sure. Now we're gonna U-turn into hat. Okay, they tear a ghost, which is definitely insane, by the way, but they really want these webs up, which we just denied them. So now they have webs all over their field. I like that. Oh my god. Wait, he's special. Wait, we're about to just set up and sweep off riff. Off rip. I don't know what I'm saying. Is this... Oh, okay. They forfeit. They've had enough. I mean, it was definitely done having webs up on their side, so we're gonna search for a couple more games because we haven't really played a lot of timer at this point. Alright, we have our first game versus what looks to be a very classic structure of Ogre Pawn, Tusk, King Gambit. So looking at it, Halucha is so useless into Zapdos, but Terra Poison, Darkrai in terrain should be really strong for us. So hopefully that goes kind of crazy. We're gonna go ahead and just lead treads. Just get our rocks up and dip. Nice, it does end up being Slowking, which is perfect for us. We're just gonna get rocks up. We'll go for the Earth Power into Steel Beam, I think. Unless Earth Power can 2 a KO. Oh, with the drop, it definitely can. And we actually eat that. That's kind of nice. We're just gonna rip a Steel Beam now. So we get some chip on Tusk and on Zapdos. Now we're gonna go Darkrai. Oh no, I think we go Za. No, I think Za makes more sense because Stone Edge should be able to knock it out at this range if we connect. I lied, it didn't. It didn't at all. Oh, but we dodged Kane. Thank God. We're back. Now we're gonna go for Crunch. Now Halucha actually looks really good. Yeah, that is definitely unfortunate, but I mean, should be what it be. Hey, Tusk lives close combat. That's a big deal. Alright, here we're gonna double Rilla. We might as well keep the Za. Yep, perfect, perfect. We'll just glide something. And now we can just knock this, I think. Should be fine. Knock does a lot of damage. Cool. Don't eat the Sludge Bomb, which is low-key surprising. But here we can just go... I think it might be Za, honestly. Nah, let's go Ryan Nasty Plot. I feel like that's pretty good here. Yeah, let's just go Ryan Nasty Plot. We eat that Sludge Bomb, dodge the poison, and this terrain is just going to slowly heal us up, which is nice. Okay, now Pult is in. We should live a Draco unless it's Specs. Let me calc that. What is our Darkrai spread? A bunch of cheese teams. 80. Oh no, this thing definitely doesn't need Specs. Actually, it does. That would be a high roll if it's not Specs. But the thing is, can I even bank on it being Specs? I feel like no. Well, we kind of have to Lucha though, because our train is running out. So hopefully he's not Specs, or he is Specs. Okay. He is, so now we can just acrobatic spam everything. This does force a Terra from King Gambit. Which, low-key, I want a Terra flying and see how much this does. Let's go for it. Okay, so he actually is fine, and we definitely cooked now. Actually, we have Za. Za's low-key a threat. But he makes a nasty play there, actually, just staying in normal mode. And that definitely fried us. We're going to try to catch Slowking on Crunch, which we do. Now Ogre Pawn is in, which should die to Life Orb, but we're not gonna be able to live this with Hat. We'll try though. With the defense boost we definitely would have, but at this point it's definitely cooked. And Grassy Terrain couldn't pull the win out, unfortunately. It is what it is though. We'll move on to the next. Alright, we have our next game, and it is versing webs, which I don't love to see, because I don't actually think we have many good ways to handle webs. But we will try our best, as always. We're going to lead Hat into their Araquanid, because that is kind of all we can do. Yeah, that is kind of all we can do. We could Tails first, and then bait them into setting webs up. But I don't think that's the right play. So far, this journey has been quite miserable, though. I can't lie. I'm not a cheeser, so my sequences are constantly wrong. Alright, we're gonna Draining Kiss to get out of Surf range, hopefully. Okay, we get a Para, which is nice. Now we can Calm Mind. Okay, and now we can spam D-Kiss. Force the treads in, which is good. It's attack booster, though. Just kind of scary. But we're gonna hard Za. Yeah, I think hard Za makes sense. Yes, on Earthquake is great. Now we just rip a close combat. For some reason I can see them tearing their treads, but thankfully not. Close combat does not put them into range of Custap. But we can actually crunch to finish it off. So no webs, that's good. A lot of our team is affected by that, of course. Let's see what they bring in next, though. Yeah, this cheese adventure has not been good. I need to definitely brush up my sequencing on using cheese. Because shit is tough, I can't lie. Shit is real tough. Alright, we're gonna hard Ninetales on the Cerulege. We're gonna throw in an Encore. Like, this definitely should force them out, yeah. And, now we can just Veil. I don't expect this to be a heavy slam, but I guess it definitely could have been. Okay, we're just gonna Hat here. Yeah, we should definitely be eating these with the Draining Kiss trade into this. So I like that. Yep. And then this should heal us just enough out of it. Yep. Now we spam Kiss. He did stall our Veil, but our Veil is easy to get up versus his team, to be honest. Alright, so Hat traded for both Araquanid and Treads. That's very fortunate to get the Para on Araquanid. And now we go for a Nuzzle. Okay. We're actually super weak to Cerulege now that I think about it. But we're going to Aurora Veil here. They go for Bitter Blade, which actually does nothing. Wow, that actually did 0 damage at all. Alright, we're going to hard Iron Moth and just spam Sludge Wave, I think. Or I guess we can Fiery Dance. Yeah, we don't actually lose anything from clicking Fiery Dance versus him. Alright, forces in Raging Bolt, sure. If we get the boost, which we've been getting a lot of lately. We're doing a ton of damage. Okay, force the Za in. We'll go for a Gleam. I think it's probably Stone Edge offensive. Okay, it's Roar Za. Which I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Here we can just Stone Edge them. That should do quite a nice amount of damage. Yeah, and we'll just close combat spam now. And let this die. Alright, now we're going to go Deoxys. Yeah, now we're going to go Deoxys and just Psycho Boost. He's probably clicking Roar, my guess. Okay, instead he goes to Enamorous. Is this like Scarf Enamorous or something? I'm low-key down to Nasty Plot on Healing Wish, but let's see what it clicks. Okay, he specs or Life Orb. Okay, he's life orb. Great. And now we can go tails. And we can veil into encore. And now we can bring Gliscor in. And just agility. Earthquake. Yeah, I like Earthquake. And then Earthquake again. If he roars us out, that's fine. Like, what's he gonna bring in? Yeah, Iron Moth. Just fine. Oh! That's a little less fine. I'll be honest. Okay, here's the play. We're gonna go Ninetales, and we're gonna Terra Encore. And then get our Veil back up, which is very unfortunate. He could actually hard Cerulege and win the game. Wait, we probably live without Terra, right? Yeah, with Veil up, we definitely live. I don't know about definitely. Yeah, we definitely live. Okay. So we can Encore here. And now we can Terra Aurora Veil. And then now it should be a guaranteed win. Just spamming Earthquake with Gliscor. Yep. We can just Earthquake twice. Great. And barring a crit from Cerulege, it should just be game. So we Earthquake on Swords Dance. Yep. And then barring crit, which we don't get, it's game. All right. That was pretty nice from the Veil, honestly. Beating Cheese, opposing Cheese is very nice. Oh my god, our opponent was 1500s. Jesus Christ. We are very low. All right, we're going to get one more. I feel like every game we've had in this series, we've just been fighting against teams that hard counter ours, but this one should be good. I see a world where Halucha just goes absolutely stupid. So that'll be interesting. Their team is really strong, though. Definitely can't lie about that. But we do have Steel Beam Iron Treads, which is the perfect lead into him. Because, like, what are you going to do? Yep, that's Tails gone. Bye. Yeah, that's a good start, if I've ever seen one. And here... Huh. Here I'm going to hard Za. Because they have to agility and swords dance, and I'm pretty sure we can just Ice Fang this. And Life Orb Ice Fang is going to take you out. Oh, it's not. Okay. That's actually really surprising. Why didn't it take him out? Okay. Well, now we're just going to close combat, though. Yeah, expecting the normal. We should live Facade. Okay, we do with extreme ease, actually. So we knock out the Gliscor and Terra's gone. It's looking pretty damn good for us. Hat is forced in. We're just going to hard Treads and Steel Beam, I think. Okay, they make a nice play going Za there. Here, I think we just Rillaboom. We see what set he is. Okay, he's Body Press. Okay, so that means we can just go Hat and win the game. Actually, we don't even have to keep Rillaboom. We can just U-turn. In case he decides to double out. Alright. Now we bring in Hat, we Calm Mind, and it should just be game. He goes to his own Hat, but we can just spam Calm Mind and then Stored Power him eventually. I think we just do it after this one, because we should be way strong. Yeah, that does 80%. It's definitely game over here. Just gonna Draining Kiss. Alright, so we got a win with each of the types of cheese, which is good. Overall, though, we lost so much elo. I mean, we can try one more with the trick room. Okay, let's do it. I should have queued up again because we're facing some utter nonsense, but that's just how it is. It's okay. We'll lead Indeedee, I guess? Like, oh my god, they have Muck. They have Muck into Psychic Terrain. Alright, I should have lit Iron Hands, but now we're just gonna go Iron Hands, so it's fine. Yep, hopefully we don't get poisoned. And now we're just gonna Supercell Slam, honestly. These T-Spikes are gonna destroy us, by the way. But genuinely, what can you do about it? We'll Ice Punch here. Okay, so now everything is getting toxic. Which is pretty bad. I definitely am not gonna deny that. Okay, Kyurem is in. Is it Special Kyurem? Probably. Guys, this game is just over. How do I even win this? Like, we have T-Spikes on our side, and they have Muckalola? Like, are we fucking serious? Okay, well, I'm just gonna bring in Hoopa, because I assume this is special, which it is. I should calc that. What is my spread on this Hoopa? 248. Earth Power is definitely not Specs. Oh wait, we're Sassy. We're actually supposed to be +1. Okay, Earth Power is definitely not Specs. Guess we'll just click Focus Blast. For some reason, they're deciding to sack their Kyurem, but it doesn't matter because we missed. We're definitely playing someone like 1500s. 1791 with this team? Okay, they might be the best player ever. I can't even lie. But yeah, we just lose because of that. Awesome. I am tilted. I am very tilted. I'm very tilted and I'm very sad. Alright, yeah, Mega's in. Guess we have to keep Mimikyu, honestly. It's just game over. Like, we genuinely can't win. Because of that miss. We actually just can't win. Right, I'll Ice Punch once and then Supercell. Yep. Okay, they go Wheezing. Which we should be able to knock out with Heavy Slam. But now Iron Hands is dead and he was like our best way of accomplishing anything. Okay, so we don't. That was a lie. We definitely did not. Alright, we're going to bring in Indeedee here. We're going to click Expanding Force. Okay, well they just went Muck. We're just going to Healing Wish. And now we're going to bring Ursaluna in. And we're going to Headlong Rush something. Okay. Oh, he's Levitate. I didn't even notice that. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. This game's over. And I'm very sad. Yeah, they Acid Spray so Kyurem can come in and kill us. Really nice, really cool. Fuck. I'm actually so tilted. Just like... I'm like beyond tilted, actually. Because we have to waste our Healing Wish or accomplish nothing. I don't know how people can win with Trick Room when you just lose to random bullshit like Muckalola and you can't do anything about it. But I salute those that are good with it because I am not. Alright. I'll just Mystic Fire and let myself perish. Then I'll bring in Ursaluna and I'll just click Facade as Yanmega protects us until we're dead. Like, maybe if I facaded there, I had a chance, so it's technically a misplay, but I'm just so fucking tilted. Like, I just don't think Trick Room is a good style at all. It just doesn't matter. Like, maybe the Cinderace is somehow... Nah, doesn't matter. We're fucking dead. I'm mad, so I'm gonna queue up one more game. We're gonna search up terrain one more time. But my god, are these teams terrible. Maybe I should have brought better cheese teams for this video. Nah, you know what? I'm not even gonna search up another one. I'm actually so fucking tilted. These teams are all trash, and I'm literally gonna delete them all right now. Except the webs, I guess. The webs is probably fine. But all this shit is going in the garbage right away. I hope you guys enjoyed and you learned something from this video on how terrible cheese can be. And yeah, hope have a good rest of your week. I'll catch you very soon. Bye-bye.